What's going on, guys? Tony from Taft Plays here, and today we are over here on Sweet Anarchy, the Anarchy server, and we're gonna be telling you guys, yes you, how to get started playing on Anarchy servers. This is actually a video that has been highly requested. Everybody keeps asking me how to get established. How do I do this? Where do I go? What do I do when I first log into Anarchy? So I'm gonna be telling you in this video everything you need to do to get started on an Anarchy server and to get established and have a good time. So before we get started, guys, 86% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel. So if you like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button and feel free to share the video. We would greatly appreciate it. So without further ado, let's get started in teaching you guys how y'all can get started playing some Anarchy. Now, this first step is not mandatory by any stretch of the imagination, but it does help out a lot, and that is getting yourself a client. Because what clients do is that they pretty much help you, cheat. And since this is Anarchy, that is something that is, the thing that we do. So a lot of clients that people start out with is, something like Impact Client, something very, very safe as long as you get it from legitimate sources. And I'm going to leave it to you to do the research on that one. Me personally, on this server, I use Meteor. It helps out decent with PvP, which I kind of suck at, but it does help out a lot. And you'll see throughout this video that using a client is definitely going to have some benefits. So definitely check out some clients, or find out which one will best work for you. Get that bad boy, and then yeah, we'll move on to step 2. All right, so we got an alt going on here, and we're about to jump into Sweet Anarchy over here for the first time. And you should see it in the bottom left hand corner that we are joining for the first time ever. Let's see, boom, Epic Corona Gamer has joined for the first time. So the first thing that you're gonna want to do is not to instantly get in the chat and start begging for shit. Let me check the chest. Yeah. So the first thing you are not gonna want to do is to get in chat and start begging for items. Don't even, don't even engage in chat right now, okay? That is the best thing to do, is to just stay out of chat. It'll stop you from being tempted to ask for stuff. The first thing that you're going to want to do is get out of spawn as quickly as possible. The reason for that is because when there's players online, they're gonna come and kick your ass. That's just how it works over here, all right? That's how it works in Anarchy. We got players that hang out and spawn, and their main objective is to come out and just mess with new players. That's just how things roll. So in order to get around this issue, is normally I would say join at a time that the server is not super busy. Like right now the server's it's got some people on. It's not ultra busy, but it does have some people on. So the first thing you're going to want to do is just pick a direction and go. All right, that's the best option for you. So that's what we're going to do right now, is we are just going to go and we're going to start heading out of the spawn area. But yeah, avoid the withers at all costs. If you see a wither name pop up, just go away from it. All right, stay away from 0-0. You definitely don't want to go directly into the middle of spawn, because that's where a lot of people like to hang out. Shit, speaking of withers, we got one right there. So we're gonna go underwater here, and we're just gonna kind of go at an angle. I'm not gonna go straight down one of the highways just yet. I'm just gonna kind of go off a little bit. Like right now I'm about 300 blocks away from the highway in any direction. So yeah, pick a direction, stick with it, and just go straight for a little while. So we're gonna do that right now, and we'll be back in just a minute. And as we're kind of swimming away from spawn right now, we found this little highway, which is awesome. But it's another tip that I thought of actually as I was running, is a lot of people I've seen will tell you to go ahead and just use baritone or use auto walk and just walk out of spawn that way. The reason I say don't do that is because if you spawn deep in spawn or really close to 0-0 and you use auto walk to get out of spawn or baritone, then you're gonna miss out on a lot of resources. Sometimes you'll find kits that have been dropped. So if you don't know what that is, that's a shulker box that's full of very useful items, or god tier items as some people might say. Like you see e-chester out here, because people drop stuff. You'll miss dropped building blocks that you could use a little bit later on. Or you'll come across an area like this where you can look around and it's you got food. Check it out. Look at that, we already got some food. We got some sweet berries, so whenever we need food, we got that. Another thing you want to do just out the gate is to avoid the nether. Don't go, if you see a nether portal just very, very close to spawn like this one is, avoid that shit, because you're gonna get trapped in a portal in the Nether, and either A, nobody's gonna help you, or B, if you ask for help and tell people where you are, they're just gonna come and kill you. So stay in the overworld at least for the first 1,000 blocks or so, a couple thousand blocks. I would say on this server, you know, probably 2,000 blocks you should be safe. And other than that, you know, you just kind of keep walking and don't fall in big ass holes like this one. So we're gonna keep on our trail. We're gonna get some blocks to get out of here. Yeah, we'll go that way. Another thing that you could do is, I wouldn't say do this in spawn because people will spot you very, very quickly if you are in spawn. But if you are on a server that allows fly, then you could fly and get out. But, you know, this little tutorial right here is pretty much a way to, you know, survive in Anarchy in general, not just specifically on a server. But on Sweet Anarchy, you could fly. So if you have your settings set up right, then, you know, you could just fly out of the holes like that one. But on other Anarchy servers, you'll want to stick to walking. Make sure you're walking, not running. Don't use a lot of your hunger, because, you know, if you don't find berries or anything that's close to spawn, then you might run into some trouble and you might die of starvation. But, you know, on servers like this one, you know, we could pick a direction and we could just fly out there. So whenever we get a little bit away from spawn, like the big ass trench right here, then we'll come back and do it. If you do come across something like this, this is where finding those building blocks can help, because you can bridge across, you know, something very simple like that. But in our case, we're just gonna run and jump and make it across. But yeah, you'll see it right there. Somebody has bridged across. So, you know, baritone would have gotten you across there, but you would have missed out on some pretty valuable trees, which if you break the trees, you could get apples. You know, you'll miss out on all that if you're just baritone walking. And also, baritone will also walk you straight into starvation. So we're going to get out of spawn, and then we're going to come back out and tell you what you need to do next. Also, using auto walk will make it to where you don't get to see old grief ruins like this one. But speaking of grief ruins, if you come across something like this, do not hesitate to look around, because even though something is griefed does not mean that it was raided. So a good thing to do whenever you find stuff like this is to turn on something like storage ESP, which is what we have going on right now. And you can see all the chests, all the ender chests and everything that's in the area. This is also very helpful for you whenever you're just kind of running around. You could find spawners that are fairly close to the surface, and that'll help you get your gear that you need to start out. Or, you know, on a server like this one that's up to 1.16, then, you know, one of these newer updates, and you actually have chests that are very close to the surface of the water. Check this out. Okay, so we're about 4,500 blocks out, and this is a good spot where, you know, you're way off of a highway. We're about 1,000 blocks off of a highway, and we are out here in a plains biome. So this is a good place for us to start actually playing the game. All right, so you're away from spawn. You don't have to worry about too many players coming up, and we found trees. We found everything that we're gonna need. So this is where, you know, the grind, as we'll call it right now, starts. So just like in a normal game of Minecraft, you're going to want to collect your basic resources, okay? A lot of people think that just because you play on an Anarchy server, you know, you log in and you are insta-rich. You know, no, that's not the case, not unless you find somebody really cool who's willing to hook you up and give you a bunch of free shit. You know, you still got to do the work to get in, right? So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to do a little bit of grinding. We're going to get our basic stuff. And then we're going to go in and start actually doing some grindy stuff, which sucks, I know, but it's part of the game. And you definitely want to play the game as you normally would, because that will really, really help you in the long run. And I'm recording all of this within like a 1 or 2 hour period of time, okay? So I'm not doing anything super special. I'm not using any backdoor access or friends or known cords or anything like that. Nobody knows that I am on this alt right now, and that is intentional, because I want to show you guys a real experience from the get-go. We got lucky with our spawn. We spawned a little bit on the outskirts of spawn, and that helped greatly. But this right here is going to do this. Now, starting out, the way that we're starting out here is really good because this actually helps you build notoriety in the future, believe it or not. You might not think it is, but not begging for kits will get people to actually recognize the fact that you joined the server and didn't start immediately asking for shit, right? What we're going to do right now is we're going to start mining, okay? We're here, we have a little bit of food, and it's time for us to start mining. And that's like very important because we need to start mining two things. We need to start mining ores and building blocks. So this is where a hack client comes in handy. So if your hack client comes with baritone, which Impact does, Meteor does, Future, you can install it separate. But all you have to do to get this to start working for you, right, is you need to type .b, which is baritone, or you could do, some people like to use the hashtags. I like the .b, mine iron underscore ore. And we're going to start mining iron ore. Now, this is going to automatically get us going, okay? And the reason that we're mining straight for iron ore, nothing else, is because you need iron for your basic tools to actually get your diamonds, and you need it for your basic armor set, right? And I'm with a wood pickaxe right now, but that's okay. So as we're going to uncover this iron ore, I'm going to hit B, pause, right? And since we are using a wooden pickaxe, what that allowed us to do is that allowed us to get our cobblestone and uncover the iron ore. So now we can pop back up to the surface real quick, just like that. We're going to hit up our crafting table. We're going to make our stone tool. And then we're going to go in just like you're playing a normal game of freaking Minecraft. All right, come on. So we actually just got a DM from somebody else that says, I will give you a kit. What are your coordinates? So this could be one of two things. This could actually be a cool, legitimate player that's going to hook us up with a kit. Or this could be somebody who's just going to try and find out where we are as a new player and kill us and send us back to spawn to start all over. So what I'm doing is I'm sending a very respectful message back to him that says, that's okay for now. I appreciate that though. Seriously, donkey friend though, in chat, if you're watching this video, man, you know, if you're actually trying to hook up a new player with a kit, dude, good on you, man. That's real noble of you. If you're trying to kill us though, screw yourself. No, that's playing. That's Anarchy though. So we're gonna respond to him and say that's okay for now. I appreciate that though. So that'll let him know like, hey man, I'm trying to do this on my own, or he can see that as a big FU and come try to kill you anyway. But he doesn't know where we are, so we're good. All right, so let's get our stone tools and let's get our stuff. All right, so now that we got enough iron, what we're going to do is we are going to use baritone to get us back to the surface. All right, so we're going to do B or .b space go to space negative. We'll go 706. We'll do 70 because that'll just get us to the surface, and 4411. And there we go. Oh, hold on. B stop first, and then B go to negative 706 70 4411. There we go. So now baritone's going to take us right back up to the surface, and then we're going to be able to start crafting up our good tools, which will take us to where we could go and start mining our diamonds, which is what we need to actually start making our gear, which will lead us directly into the second step. And while you wait for everything to smelt up, the reason we picked the plains biome is because now you have a source of food. So go ahead and make your sword and start gathering your food so you can start cooking that up too, and that'll help you get established a lot quicker than you think. And as you can see, I'm recording a lot of this in one big chunk and just speed running it, or and just time lapsing it, because I want you guys to see like a lot of this stuff that you're doing at the beginning of an Anarchy experience is you want to try and make it as quick as possible. You want to almost treat it as if you're speed running, just to make sure that, you know, if somebody does come across you, then you are kind of prepared for them. Now, if you come across an experienced player and a well-established player, it's not really going to help you out too much, but you want to have every advantage possible in case something bad happens. So that's why I'm going ahead and trying to get geared up in iron gear, so whenever we're down there, you know, working around, you know, at least just basic stuff, so whenever we're down there mining for diamonds, if something does happen, a creeper explodes, at least we have like very basic stuff, you know what I mean? So you want to do this as quick as possible. And now that we're all set up, we have a little bit of gear on, we've got a little bit of food just to last us. We are now going to do this. We're going to go B, mine, diamond underscore or, and we are going to start trying to get us some diamonds, at least enough for a full set of armor and a full set of tools. Okay, and now we are set up. Check this out. We have our full diamond gear. We've got our full set of tools that we're going to need. So we got the pickaxe, the shovel, the axe, and the sword. So now we are in a good position to go to the next step. And that is actually finally getting into chat and seeing what we can do with this material. So like I said at the beginning, you never want to get in chat and directly ask for anything because people are going to hate you and they're going to kill you. However, when you get in chat and you offer help, okay, offer to help somebody do something, not in return for a kit, but just asking them if you can help them, then good chances are if you ask for a kit afterwards, like, hey, since I helped you out with this, could you help me out with some gear? Don't say kit, just say gear. You know, if you ask for a kit, then people don't know what you're looking for and they'll give you something stupid like a kit full of trees or something like that. And you don't want trees, you want something that can actually be beneficial. So let's so since somebody already offered us a kit, quote unquote a kit, which could have been trying to kill us, but since they had already offered something, let's see if they're online and see if they're still willing for that proposal, but in return for us to help. Here we go. Do you need any help with anything? So we'll do that. We'll message him and we'll see if he actually is willing to hook us up and see if he'll give us a task or something to do, a project he's working on, something like that. If he says yes, then you know, we could go from there. I don't know. It all depends on what they say. And as always, while we're waiting for a response, if he gives us one, we're going to be gathering stuff for food, because you always need food no matter what you're doing in Minecraft, especially on Minecraft Anarchy. You need food, because depending on where you're at, you might be going a while without some food. Okay, so our guy responded. He said, sure, I'm making spawn beacons at spawn. So I'm on my way. So I'm gonna message it back and say, awesome, I'm on my way. So we're gonna message Donkey Friend and say we're on our way. So we're gonna head back to spawn now, and we're gonna help him make some beacons. So what's gonna happen now is gonna be really interesting. So we're actually gonna enable fly mode in the hack client, and wow, that looks crazy. And we're gonna find where this guy is, and we're gonna see if he's actually going to allow us to help him make some beacons. And if he does, maybe we can get a kit out of it. All right, so the scary part about this one is he's actually making the kits literally. He's actually making the beacons literally at spawn. So this could go very well for us, or it could go very bad. Ah, there we are. There's some people. So let's see how this works out. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna throw some stuff away. He actually is making beacons. Oh crap! I don't think that's for me. All right. If that is, then that's dope. Oh. Ah! We're dying. We're dying. No. All right, hold on. Let's go ahead and switch this stuff out. All right. Trade no talking. All right, so let's switch this stuff out real quick. See if we can do this and help this guy make some beacons, because this might be a ploy as well. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna pop these bad boys on, and then we're gonna do this. We're gonna pop this bad boy. I'm gonna throw that away. Here we go. We're gonna get all geared up, and then just in case, we're going to pop a totem in, and then we are going to go from there. Okay, cool. So the good thing is he actually did what I like, is he didn't immediately grab us a bunch of like PvP gear, which I like. So that's really cool. He didn't just start dropping crystals and all that other stuff. So that's good. I really applaud him for that. So good job, dude. So we got the kit. appreciate you, buddy. So now we actually have to fulfill our end of the bargain. We got some gaps, which is freaking dope, and we're gonna help him out. So let's see, we're gonna do this. We're gonna pop that boy in there for later, and let's see. Okay, so I am now in charge of duping his stuff for a little bit. So let's go ahead and get our stuff set up for that. So there we go. As he let me message him back. So as he collected the ones that I was duping for him, he actually gave me a bunch of other kits to help me out get established, which is really, really cool. So we're gonna help him out for a little bit longer, and then we're gonna move on to the final step. All right, so now what I did was, now that I'm very well done. We've been working for a while, so I messaged him and I said thank you so much for, and I'm gonna help him out again in the future. So what I'm doing is I'm building a rapport with him to let him know, like, hey man, I'm a good, trustworthy source. I'm not gonna mess up with his stuff, you know. And we just made a new friend. So we're gonna go up, we're gonna tap him like that, middle click friend him, and then we're gonna run. And we're going to go back and we're going to start working on something else. All right, so now that we're coming back out of spawn again, there's the big lava wall that we worked on. I'm glad to see that it's still standing proud. So that's how you get started on an Anarchy server. I mean, check it out. And I mean, just under or just over an hour or so, we went from having nothing to now having an e-chest full. I mean, not full, but having an e-chest with a bunch of kits in it. Like, we got totem kits, we got Donkey's kit, which is really cool, Turtle's gaps. You know, we got what we need to get actually started on the server. So from here, man, this is where the game is up to you. You've helped out another player, you've built rapport with another player in the community, which is great. You didn't beg for kits, you earned your kits, and that helps out with rapport as well. So now you can leave spawn, you're fully geared up. Check it out, I got full netherite gear. I mean, just like that, just for helping out another player, man. So full netherite gear, and we are ready to actually start playing Anarchy. So from here, you could go out, you could find your donkey and a horse, make your mules and start doing the mule dupes, start working on your own dupe stash, start building your base, and start PvPing at spawn, doing whatever you want to do to get moving on an Anarchy server. So guys, we're gonna go ahead and end it right here. Hopefully this video helps. Don't be afraid to join Anarchy, guys. It's a lot of fun. It's a completely different way of playing Minecraft, and it's very, very beneficial. And it does give you skills that can help you out in a normal Minecraft server in a normal game. So guys, thank you all so much for watching. Super shout out to Sweet Anarchy for sponsoring this video, where we are actually doing this whole video on, man. Awesome server, awesome player base, and it is a really good intro for Anarchy, and also a really good server to be established Anarchy player on as well. So even if you played Anarchy for a while, this isn't a bad server to jump on, guys. So definitely huge shout out to Sweet Anarchy. Join their Discord. The link is in the description below, and the server IP is in the description below as well. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to keep on playing, and we will see you guys in the next video. And by the way, guys, there is an upcoming video series on different builds you can do as a brand new Anarchy server member, so keep an eye out for those. Peace, and that's this weird alt penis.